Welcome back to Everybody Cooks. If you're looking for that perfect spring dessert, we've got you covered.
We're making a blackberry bottom lime meringue pie. It's a fun twist on a key lime pie.
Now you start with a crumb crust, and we use shortbread cookies like a Lorna Doone. We baked it, cooled it, and now I'm ready to spread a layer of blackberry jam on the bottom. To make that jam just a little easier to spread, I put it in the microwave to soften it. Then I'm going to use the back of a spoon and carefully spread it over the entire bottom of the crust.
And for the filling, fresh limes are key. And it's definitely easier to work with the whole fruit, so zest it first and then go for the juice. I like this channel grater. It's great because you can see where you're zesting and avoid the white pip, which can be bitter. And it also holds all of the zest right in this channel. We need a half a cup of juice for the filling. And a tip for getting more juice out of the lime is pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, roll it on the counter. Nice juicy lime here. I'll add it to a mixture of cornstarch and sugar. Mix that well, and then add butter. Give that a stir, and the great thing about this recipe is it cooks in the microwave. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes, and you only have to stir it once. For the filling, add 4 eggs. It's important to temper the eggs before adding them to the lime mixture. So add a little bit of the warm lime mixture into the eggs and whisk well. It tempers the eggs, warming them a bit so they won't scramble. It takes a little bit of patience, but it's really worth it for a smooth filling. Then add the eggs back and whisk into the lime mixture. Add the zest and pop in the microwave for another minute. The filling is nice and thick, and now's the time. If you want that pretty green color, add just a drop of green food coloring.
Just a tiny one though, right?
Tiny drop. A little bit goes a long way. Make sure to stir it well and really incorporate the green food coloring into it because you don't want streaky filling.
No, that's a beautiful color for spring. Really pretty.
Once that's done, pour it into your cooled crust.
And then for the top of the pie, what we're going to do is make a nice fluffy meringue. And for that, we're going to need 4 egg whites. Now, eggs are going to separate the very best when they're fresh, and even better if they're really cold. So let's talk about ways to do that.
There's lots of ways to separate an egg. My favorite, use your hands. Crack an egg, catch the yolk between your fingers, and just let the white slip through. Makes for a nice separated egg, but keep it safe. Make sure to wash your hands before and after.
Okay, good tip. Now, there are also lots of gadgets that you can use to separate an egg, and this is one that we found at Dierbergs. This one, you just hook over the edge of the bowl, and I'll take an egg and crack it right into the little separator gadget. The white's going to flow right through the separator. Now, it's really important that you have one bowl for your yolks and one for your white, and a third bowl that you're separating over because you don't want any trace of yolk in your whites. Just in case you break one, that way you don't spoil your whole batch.
Now here's a fun trick. Use a water bottle.
This is really a fun trick that kids are going to love, and the yolk never breaks.
Never breaks. You crack an egg on a plate. It's definitely easier if you use a plate. Hold the water bottle horizontally. Now, crunch it just a little bit. Put the water bottle right over the yolk, and look at that.
That's just too cool.
Pour it right in the bowl. Add the egg white to the bowl, and you're set.
Great. We're going to need 4 egg whites, so let me just get one more into our batch here. Now, we said that the eggs are going to separate the very best when they're cold, but they'll actually beat to their highest volume if you allow them to come to room temperature. I'll put these into the mixer. I'll add a little bit of cream of tartar. That's going to help to stabilize the egg whites, and then we'll beat it until we have a nice soft peak. Once you have soft peaks, then you're ready to start gradually adding the sugar, and then you'll beat it until it's stiff and glossy. The meringue is a really nice stiff peak now, and we're ready to go ahead and put it on top of the pie. I'm going to put it in the center of the pie. And if you put it on top of the hot filling, that actually starts cooking the meringue immediately from the underneath side and helps to prevent some of the weeping that can occur between the filling and the meringue. I'm just going to use the back of a spoon to spread the meringue around. You want to get lots of pretty swirls and peaks on it. And if you leave it back from the edge of the pie just about an inch, it actually is very pretty. It lets you see some of that green filling showing through. It looks like a cloud almost sitting up on the top here. And it's easier than trying to adhere the meringue to the crumb crust. Now this pie is going to go into the oven until the meringue is set and just very lightly golden brown. That takes about 10 minutes. Once the pie is baked, it is so beautiful. You're going to want to let it cool to room temperature, then chill it, but it's best if you serve it the same day that you make it.
I don't think that'll be a problem with a pie like this.
Right.
And here's a tip for cutting the pie. Try dipping your knife in a glass of water. It really helps to make a clean cut, and it prevents the meringue from sticking to your knife. Make sure to do that between each cut. And make sure to cut a big piece for the first piece, because if it doesn't come out just perfect, you know who gets it.
Oh, the cook always gets the one that doesn't come out of the plate just right. Oh, pretty.
It's gorgeous.
See the little layer of jam on the bottom? It's great.
And it's so beautiful when you garnish it with the fresh blackberries. There's that little filling that shows. I like to put one right there.
Very pretty. Now when you get the combination, that really tart lime filling with the sweet meringue and the blackberry, you're going to really love this pie. And you'll find the recipe for our blackberry bottom lime meringue pie in the Everybody Cooks magazine, along with a complete Easter dinner menu. We're really glad that you tuned in tonight. We hope that you're going to enjoy making some of these recipes for your family and friends. Thanks for tuning in. Good night.
Good night.
Everybody Cooks is shot on location at the DePere Culinary Events Center, a unique gathering place for your special events with a culinary twist.